Alright, let's do this, man. Biggie babies, man. Raising babies to be biggies. Can't tell you what the past is, can tell you what my dick is, though. Alright, it is what it is. So, just want to talk about something, man. Now, I want to stay focused here on script. Because I got a lot of work to do, guys. So, I'm at the library at this point in time. Okay? You got to forgive people, man. Okay? These people are no good. May the Lord deal with you and curse you, man. That was unnecessary. You know, it is what it is. These people are so disrespectful and evil, man. Okay? You just gotta curse people, man. They say I'm no good because I'm standing up for myself. Okay? You're not gonna treat me like shit. You're not gonna talk to me, okay, like I'm a bitch. Because I'm gonna talk to you right back with the same energy. Except for it's gonna be legally, with legalese, of course. Okay? You know what's fucked up? These motherfuckers are so stupid. They harass me so much, including the librarians. Puts me in a position where I may have to call the cops. And it's the whole fucking city. And it's all the Caucasians. Lisa had mentioned that, now you know we're not going to help you find a job and we're not going to shut up. Well, that's how I built the case against the library in the fucking first place. So I have to go in there and talk to them eventually. It's not going to be here. This is the same woman that said that she wanted me to stick my penis or my dick in her ass and piss in her ass, okay, and then continue until I bust a nut. So you have to understand the ideology, and this is a married woman, and she said she would creep behind her husband to have a more fulfilling penis in her life. So look, I got no reason to lie on these people, okay. I just want to move on with my life. You know, I'm an introvert, so it is what it is, guys. I have to keep moving. Particularly, or you know, people call it introvert or whatever you want to say. Like I said, you know, but as well, I socialize. I say hi to people, and you saw I respond to that elderly woman. Okay, I mean, just the amount of disrespect is very unnecessary and very intolerable at this point in time. Okay, you gotta get with motherfuckers. You know, it's funny when I start calling motherfuckers, you know, bitches and motherfuckers, I start getting progress, making progress. Now, I would not talk to the librarians like that. Now, if I'm explaining something and if I have PTSD, I do have to let them know. I say, due to, I'm not going to say all names. I'm just going to say librarians. I stand to take legal action. Or I stand. And having to stand to take legal action because the encouragement of the librarians here, encouraging the patrons, where I was so dizzy and disheartened and kicked out of the library, I will say friend's name, that I accidentally drank my own piss. You know how traumatizing that is? You know the mental health issues I will have to be so dizzy to drink my own piss because of the librarians. Now, according to the director, she did mention that there was supposed to be some sensitivity training. Alright? So you have to understand. That actually happened. Okay? Now I already posted a video, particularly them throwing bottles at me, popping bottles. So I already mentioned me pissing. I have to let them know directly. Okay? Letting them know on camera and on video that they were responsible for that. I'm not saying any names, most particularly Fran. Okay? No need to drop names. No need to namesake. Okay? Gotta forgive. Spit that shit out. I was real calm when I did it. I didn't swallow it, you know. But like I say, it is what it is. That's a damn story for another day. I'm gonna keep it short. You gotta be a soldier in this motherfucker. Excuse me. Get out these biggest way. But like I say, it is what it is, man. Keep it short, man. You know, smelling fishy today. But like I say, it is what it is, man. You gotta forgive people, man. See, she didn't laugh at that. That wasn't too funny, huh? That's my situation, though. That wasn't too funny. But like I say, so it is what it is. That they helped put me in, by the way, with the encouragement of the librarians. Okay, so you have to understand that. Librarians will come out here. Step away from the door. I'm not loud. I'm not saying anything that they're not saying in there, as I am just repeating what they have said on many occasions, okay? So they'll come out here and say, well, could you, you're causing issues at the library. Could you really stop what you're saying? It's really offensive. It's offending us. And I said, but ma'am, you caused me to be homeless, and I'll be very calm. I said, you put me in this situation and you're offending me and you violated my civil liberties since the time I've came here on my second day of arrival in Port Huron and since 2019. So what do you say to that? And I mean, I would jokingly say, do you have a good lawyer? Because I sure can get one. Okay, so I say, all right, going all the way back to the 4th of July. Okay, when I came down here to visit my brother and confront him about some things. All right, Texas Roadhouse, we ate outside. Okay, that was a different story for another day. We made peace. Okay, no need to go into details of that. Okay, all right, I was being filmed at Texas Roadhouse, slandered and all kinds of things, all in connection to the library. Okay, that's a different story for another day. Okay, I have recordings. I made recordings about that. No need to speak about that, but I need to do this quick. I have a lot of work to do, guys. I'm a busy man. Okay. So, particularly when it comes to McDonald's, I don't like to go there during the day. I don't. Or during the day, I can sit in the Blue Water Plaza. I don't like to sit there in the Blue Water Plaza during the day because they harass me, particularly when they go through the driveway. They call me all kinds of niggas and they say things like this. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I know you hear me, nigga, say things like that. Okay? So I stay up all night because I'm avoiding confrontation. Okay, this is what they say. Okay? I stay up all night. Okay? Okay, because during the day they're very confrontational. At night, they're just as confrontational, but not as much. Okay. Alright? There is an hour, according to the Holy Spirit, I'll speak about this, between 12 and 4. I don't want to get too off the script. The wee hours. Okay, and this shit is real, man. Okay, that's what they always, the wee-wees, the wee hours, that's what they call it. And they harass me the most. Okay, about molesting kids, about making, you're never going to get employment. I said, but you have to understand this is America. And you don't own this land. Nor do you have the right to violate my Constitution. My constitutionary right to work. So you have to understand, now, all these times that I have in every establishment that I've been into, this is what they're saying on a day-to-day basis. You're never going to work. So I have times every time I go into a place and every time I leave, every time I take a piss in the place, every time I study, or if I'm doing something like that, every time I eat. So you have to understand, because they harass me that much, and it's a 36-hour schedule. In the library, okay, the times, everything. All right? So a lot of shit you got to walk away from because I would never get anything done. I won't get sleep, none of that. Okay? It's real simple. Okay, so it's every establishment that I've been into. The only employment I could really get is through the temp agencies, but I will try others, still throwing in applications, and I already have the case, but just throwing the application anyway, I just might get a job. You don't give up, you just keep trying. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. So a cask, okay, a cask, forgive me. This cask, excuse me, I've created, see this? So I didn't explain it too well. So the cask, when it comes to the latex, if you don't have latex, I just didn't take the latex off for extra protection and covering. Particularly what this cask is, okay. Cask is wrapped in a manner where it does not stick to the wound of the skin. So you don't want to have the duct tape stick to the wound of the skin, okay? But only to parts of the skin. So it's only in portions. The upper layer, the bottom layer, okay, that sticks to the skin, okay? Okay? To keep it in place. So it has to stick to something to keep it in place. Not to the wound. Not to the wound, excuse me. Turning it right side up where it sticks. So that means right side up. You're getting it to stick and you fold it and you see the side where it sticks. So in the process where you see the side where it sticks, excuse me, this is what you want to do. Okay? Alright? This is what you want to do. Alright? You want to take, turning it right side up, the outer layer, which is visible, the layer that sticks, You cover it with you cover it with another layer with duct tape. That's what you do. Alright? Alright? So when you grab onto things, it doesn't stick. What you want to do, you want to make sure. Okay? You want to make sure. Whoop, whoop. You want to make sure. Alright? You want to make sure that you know, that's funny when people think they know you and they don't. But like I said, you want to make sure that when you're grabbing onto things, your cask is not sticking onto things. So you want to make sure that's what you want to do. You got to forgive them. You got to forgive them. Okay? But like I say, people walk past talking shit, this will get done. Okay? But like I say, so it is what it is. Okay? Caucasians say all the time, I don't believe in forgiveness. They beep their horns. And it's funny because I said, well, I noticed you don't stop that call, particularly when it comes to the men, because they're cowards. And it's their way of fighting back in regards to the expression and the projection of their insecurities, particularly when it comes to their micro penises. I'm serious. There's men out here with micro penises. I had to research. I didn't believe it was true. Well, when I heard them talk about it, okay, and I said, micro penis. And I repeated it. And the guy, like, went into the shell like a turtle. And I noticed that when I say little dick, people start shutting the fuck up when it comes to the Caucasian males. That's a different story. I'm trying to move past this. These people are making it very hard. Like the description of my dick in their mouth all the time. Okay? So no disrespect. So I wanted to tell you that you can make your own cask. Okay? Alright? So check this shit out. Okay? I don't want to mince my words. Okay? Do not want to mince my words. You know, I'm in this library. I'm dealing with this shit. You know, there's a lot of shit that I go through, man. But when it comes to, you know, I won't mince my words. Since they talk about my dick all the time. Okay, I'm a businessman. You know, I'm serious about getting off the streets and things like that. Take care of my family. Going back to school. Okay? No minced meat. Or no mince meat. Okay? High and by only. Okay? Most particularly when it comes to the Caucasians. Okay? I don't want to hear anything else but a J-O-B. Okay? If you ain't talking about that, then we got nothing to talk about. Like, I'm going to keep the conversation short. Okay? I don't got time. Especially when it comes to the females. And the dudes, I'm not gay. So I said, look, at the end of the day, if it goes beyond that point, I said, no disrespect to you, brother, but I have a lot of work to do. I will be very respectful. Okay? But get the fuck out of my face with that dumb shit, and I will let you know. If you get disrespectful, I can get just as disrespectful. In fact, it's self-respect. It's not disrespectful because you put yourself in that light to be disrespected. In regards to me standing up for my self-respect, and it's not disrespect. Once you put yourself in that situation, you're disrespecting me. So it's all fair game at that point, and you will be checked. Okay? Most particularly if you're Caucasian. I don't have time for that dumb shit. Okay? I don't want your ratchet pussy. I don't want your little dick. I'm not gay. Okay? May the Lord, look, repent before it's too late. I don't have time. Okay? Been on the streets long enough. I got time for this shit. My life is not a game. Okay? You want to play games? Okay, go have some fucking kids and play with them. You know? See your child, your fucking self, man. You know, pipe that shit down. Okay? I don't have to get loud, but I can. Okay? If you are feeling froggy, particularly when it comes to the men, the Caucasian men, if you feel like you need to prove that you're the bigger man, then by all means, jump. Jump, bitch. Like Frogger. In that line of traffic, which is going to be a barrage of punches and kicks and elbows and knees, because that's how I fight. Take off my glasses, and don't fuck up my glasses. My glasses will get broke, taken out your ass. Okay? Right? I'll be real calm and relaxed. I don't gotta threaten you, man. Okay? Saw the video with the bigots. They causing problems, but I will beat the living shit out of you. And then I'll call the cops, and then I'll file a restraining order against you, take you to court, and sue you for any loss or damages that I have, you know, accrued or not, any loss and damages that may occur. Excuse me. Okay. All right, so my saying for them, particularly, that's for anybody wasting my time. There's no disrespect. I'm just saying, I just let them know, like, yo, check that shit at the door. Yo, check that shit at the door though. It's not kosher, so let it go. That's the saying. Yo, check that shit at the door though. It's not kosher, so let it go. I'm letting you know, I don't got time, man. Okay. Sometimes I say, yo, check that shit at the door though. Okay. Just keep it there, cause I don't got time. I don't got the time. Yo, check that shit at the door though. Cause that shit ain't kosher though. Okay. So it is what it is. So it is what it is, man. You gotta talk to them like that. And then they want to get loud. I can get loud too. I say there's no need for that, because at that point in time, they get loud in your face. They probably want to fight. And I get my position. I say, all right, man. Stop all that sweet talk, man. All that sweetness and shit. That sugar in your tank shit. You want to talk that shit, back it up. Okay? Because we already there. Okay? We already past third base. You talking like that, you get mouthy. I give you a nice kiss with my fist, man. You make the first move. Because I'm in legal standing to defend myself at that point in time. Okay? Okay? Now, the city workers now, particularly I have pictures of this, on 3 separate occasions, encouraged particularly by the librarians, Lisa, no disrespect, friend, the director here, everything that's happened to me. Unfortunately, they did not say anything, unfortunately, when it came to Fran and her decision, so they're just as much a part of this. The librarians upstairs, too. So you have to understand. You just have to forgive people, but I have to call it out what it is. I have to call it out for what it is. Excuse me. So I've been up for almost 3 days. I think it's been just about that. I can't tell you. Can't tell you. I have to check my times. I do not know. About 3.5. No, three. Not exactly 3 yet. Might be 3. I don't know. But like I say, so it is what it is. And I just constantly move. I constantly move. So we're gonna talk about this. Okay, the city workers. Okay, they said this. Okay. Now you're not our trash picker. We don't want you alive. Okay, so before I went to the restroom at the Royal Coin Laundromat. Okay, no disrespect against his business, but they always call me niggas. Okay, particularly when it comes to Sean. He's a wonderful Christian man. I'm not Christian, have nothing against them. I didn't call him on Sunday. Particularly that's his rest day. I had to call him about some things. He gave me his number. He held on to my blankets and my clothes and stuff. Particularly that were hexed. I just pray over them and stuff like that. And take them when I can. Unfortunately, at this point in time, I can't. When it comes to the means of employment, I have to make sure I can put them somewhere, particularly so they don't get soaked. If they sit in a bag, the moisture from the ground, the moisture above, it creates mildew, creates mold. So I have to be very careful. All right. So I have to figure that out. I grabbed the blankets. I asked someone to put the blankets, but I have to figure these things out. Okay, this is the price, the consequences of libel, defamation, slander. Okay, when it comes to these Caucasians, you see, I'm very civil. These motherfuckers have no class, no civility, savages. A lot of them have no talent, no meaning, no purpose in life, and that's not my problem. You didn't get off your lazy ass. You didn't find out what your passions are. Most of these motherfuckers, no disrespect when it comes to the whites, they spent their whole youth fucking. And these youths, that's all they talk about. Fucking. I'm serious. Put my salvation on it. Heard the older men even say in my face, they talk to their wives, and they'll say, there he goes. So, they say things like, yeah, we spent our whole youth fucking it away. If I was younger, try to fuck him, Put my salvation though. I'm serious. Look, man, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm serious. So between the times of 900 hours, 39, 09, okay, 900 hours, 39, 9 seconds to 999 milliseconds. Okay, Royal Coin Laundromat. I ain't at Royal Coin Laundromat. Okay, now there were workers working right around the corner, right in between the gas station up there, on the wire, electricians particularly, and the motel over there. Okay? 24th and Pine. 24th and Pine Grove Ave, I believe. Pine Ave, excuse me. So they can have the exact times, get the exact times of who was working there and find out who was working and said these things. But I kept walking. Okay? They really can. Now they can lie, look, numbers don't lie, money don't lie. Money has a paper trail. And you got to clock in and clock out, especially you work for the city. Okay? So I walked away and avoided conflict because you have to choose your battles. I walked away, man. I don't want no confrontation. I just want a fucking occupation. A job and an occupation. That's it. No confrontation, just a job and an occupation. Okay? That's what I'm saying. That's why I said go fund me a job. Start that GoFundMe job. I said I need your money. I see, no. Just need to let go. I can work for my damn self. Don't want the money. I don't even take their money. They gave me money, man. Sometimes they put in my car. You know what I do? I give it to the library. Okay? Friend in there, can't wait to come in here. Can't wait till I come in here and call me a nigga. That's a story for a different day. She always give me a hard time. You know what's funny about Fran? She treat me so bad. You notice when it comes to the other librarians, she don't speak to them like she speak to me. Or when it comes to my people, or the minority groups, I notice the difference in her attitude. She treat the whites like royalty. She be kissing their ass and shit. I'm like, damn. You think Prince Albert walked in this bitch? I'm serious. She's so fucking mean. I be trying to be nice to her, man. I be like, I even stood up for her once when somebody said she was a man boy. Or she was a boy. And I said, I didn't laugh at it. I was like, well, no, she always she gives me a hard time. I said, that's actually a woman. Okay. I know she's very sensitive about her looks. She said that she's always been an unattractive woman and she's never had any good particular relationships. So me being a gentleman to the best of my ability, even though she was not woman-like or lady-like at all, or any kind of woman. Okay, Okay, I still just stood up for her. I do have some dignity here, a conscience. Okay, all right. Now people do call a man boy and stuff, and like I ain't talking about Snowfall. But like I said, people call a man boy. I think that's funny. I say I don't defend her. I mean, I can't. I mean, they talk about her so much, man. Like I get talked about too, so no disrespect. Maybe this is bad, but I say, whoa, shit. I get a break. They don't give me breaks, but I just like, oh man. Not saying it's nice to hear them talk about somebody else, but I just kind of laugh, chuckle. I say, wow, okay, I wonder how Fran taking that. All right, but it is what it is. So we want to talk about this. So that's the first time. So for the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, let's talk about this. Now the second time, check this shit out. Another city worker coming out of Tim Hortons. I didn't get the time for this. I was shocked. But he said this shit. Okay, I choose my battles, man. So I had to keep moving to make it to this library. I got things I got to do. Then next year, I got to pull out applications and shit. Get myself ready. But I'm building this case in the meantime. So if everything does not fall through, I have to leave the city. I still have the case. And then when I leave the city, get stable enough, still building the case, then I will take legal action. It is what it is. That's the plan. Okay? It is what it is. You gotta forgive. It is what it is. Okay? Gotta forgive people. Alright? They said they never give up proving that they're not bigot babies. Okay? You have to understand. Alright? So we're gonna talk about this. I'm trying to end this shit quick because I got a lot to do. So the city worker that came out of Tim Hortons said that, little God, the little God is going to take care of our deeds. He pretty much said, and I mean, no, I'm not trying to be blasphemous. I turned around because I was so shocked. And I looked at the call just to see, if it was a worker of some sort. And sure enough, it was a fucking city. I said, what? What he said was, and he admitted, and I repeated it. And I said, did he just say God had a little dick? And and sure enough, he said I did say God had a little dick. So the reason why, and I'm saying this with a straight face so people take me seriously, I'm not trying to catch jokes. The issue with their penis and the size of their penis, the girth and length, all the above, all around. They have such issues with this that they, and I forgive me, Christ, for even mentioning that. I'm not trying to disrespect him in any way, shape, or form. I feel very uncomfortable mentioning that. But they, shalom, brother, shalom. That's a nice bike. But like I say, it is what it is, man. They have this thing where they say everyone has a little dick. So if you have a big dick, then you got, you have a little. They call it wee wees. You have little wee wees. You have big little wee wees. Weiss was saying that shit. Big little wee wees, but you still got little wee wees though. Okay, and then they just start saying, most of them just say he has little wee wees. Everyone has a little wee wees because they are so small in that area. It's only the Caucasians that say this. And I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying all Caucasians in America have small penises. There are porn stars that are white, and they're porn stars for a reason. But let me say this, when it comes to outside of the porn industry, them boys ain't packing, man. Let me just say that, man. Put my salvation on it. Even they say it all the time. That's why they fuck with me all the time. They say, we're tired of the men in your community being bigger than us. I said, what the fuck am I supposed to do? They said, I'm tired of your mystery dick. And I said, okay. And then I got 911 as a contact on my phone. I said, do I need to call the cops? I have to call them a bitch and motherfucking after so many bitches, motherfucker, it get to the point where I say, when it comes to the Caucasian dudes, Caucasian men, like they were walking behind me talking about something, they tried to jump me and shit. And so I turned around, particularly that night. And they was about to get $150. Okay? Alright? About to get their ass whooped. I was waiting to confront them too. I turned around, that motherfucking shit, they took the other way. I guess they saw me look. So I wasn't playing games. I was about to beat their ass. That's what I was about to do, confront them. I guess they felt like they had more numbers. So I was supposed to turn pussy. Supposed to be pussy. My father once said something to me. Act like a pussy, you get fucked like a pussy. And I ain't no fucking pussy. So I'll beat your ass on the humble. Catch your ass on the humble. Get stumped out, the whole works. Now I'm a pacifist now. But when you're threatening me like that, okay, I'm not going to give you the I'm not going to give you the other cheek. I'm not going to turn the other cheek and give you the other cheek. Okay? To stump my ass out even more, okay? It's not going to work. No, it's not. The people take that out of context. It's not going to happen. So, okay. So, that is the third time or second time. Now, the second time is this. Okay? And I just want to say, so, before I even say that, they call everything that they're doing now, I'm going to wait on that, particularly, okay, the city workers now, okay, 3 times. So I was walking here on the pathway. I took pictures and everything too. And they were pretending, and they were blocking the way here to the library because they hate me going to the library. So they kept harassing me, threatening my life, beeping their horns. I just kept going because if you stop, you're not going to get any shit done. Then my father tell me, he said, keep moving. My stepmother tell me, keep moving. All right? Members of my family, some members of my family wouldn't have they say, man, you okay, man? Say, oh, man, well, don't let them treat you like that, stuff like that. Okay? Say, oh, man, some probably wouldn't know what to say. They'll say something, though. Give and take their personality and experiences in life. Okay? So pretty much this guy was particularly, I took pictures of it. He sat up there to pour here on, look, the city. This is city workers, man. Okay? And they were talking about their penises. And they were saying things like this. And just give me a minute. They say things like this. Okay? They were harassing me. They were wishing me dead. All right? Okay. Not only that, they were saying this. Okay. And I wrote this down particularly, and I write notes down particularly because I don't want to sound like I'm lying, so I can remember exactly, okay, what I'm saying. And the courts have evidence of this, okay? I'm not just speaking this, not just from memory, but a script, and it's not always the case. I do impromptu too. All right, so they say, you're not R12s. And then when I'm being a really bad boy, they say, that's what they say, you're being a bad boy. The court city, imagine a grown man, a white man saying this, you're not R12s. You're being bad now. I don't like the way you're responding. You're not R11s. Okay, I mean, you're not R11s. You're not R12s. Okay? You notice when they say our, ownership, our trash picker, our ownership, slave. They call me all the time. Hey, you have a blessed one, brother. You have a blessed one. You gotta forgive people. Okay. Gotta forgive people, man. Okay. But gotta say, man, I was just saying with Sister Brother C, I didn't know if he was okay. Okay, I stopped. I do care about people, man. Okay, I'm not heartless. Especially when it comes to members of our community. I like to see if they're doing okay because they treat us so bad up here. All we got is each other. Shit, a lot of these motherfuckers don't realize that. Got members of my community that can be pretty poor too. Alright, in their treatment and their attitudes. But particularly it's the Caucasians because they are in positions of authority and power. So when it comes to them, they're not a threat. Okay? Not a threat. Pretty easy to handle. The Caucasians more of a challenge in the sense that, hey, well look, I gotta get a lawyer for them. I gotta sue. I gotta do all this. Okay? I gotta say bitch and motherfucker and shit. I have to speak to them in this manner for them to understand. I have to speak on my Second Amendment rights. Then they start getting scared. Oh, he's serious. Oh, start saying shit like that. Start shutting the fuck up and walking away. They hide behind their cars and their horns. They beep their horns. Or they stand at a distance and flash their headlights into my face. That's why I had to wear glasses because they kept flashing lights into my face and shit in the boats. They would flash these extreme, think about a boat light. They used to do this all the time. The whites would do it at night. I'll be walking and shit, and they'll flash their lights into my eyes and shit. It's not the headlights; it's the one up from that. Light beams or whatever you want to call that shit. Can't remember. Like I call them Buzz Lightyears and shit, motherfucker. I'm kind of retarded, autistic. So I almost got hit by a car a few times. Okay, I wear these glasses for a reason, man. Okay. Alright, now I was reading in the dark, a lot too. Okay. But when they start flashing those, I could take my glasses off, and I would wear my glasses off. But when they start flashing me, they kept flashing me with the boat light. They would, when I was sleeping near the water down there, they would walk past me, and I do have a video on Facebook with them doing this and catching them. They'll flash their flashlights in my face, all kinds of shit. It was terrible, man. But like I say, so when it talks about them, this is what they were saying. Okay, they were saying that the reason why they sexually harass me is because their penis does not meet the bottom line, and it's not fine in regards to their ability to please a woman. So they were also talking about, unfortunately, talking about renting out penises. Rent-a-dick. I call it rent-a-dick. It was just a fucking joke. I mean, it was a joke, but I was being serious. I said, they probably, man, I said they'd be out here renting out our dicks before you know it. try to take everything from us. Our music, our complexion, our hair, everything. This is what they talking about doing to me. Alright? I mean everything. Rhythm, music, arts, sciences, mathematics, literature, alphabets. That's, a lot of this shit has already happened, but you go back to the origins of civilization, they can't take it all, or they can't take the origins away. It's in their DNA, being recessive. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You gotta forgive people, man. They were not the first man or woman here, okay? Nor am I preaching superiority, Facebook, or any form of racism, okay? I'm gonna just say that right now, okay? I believe in the ministry, inclusive, not exclusive. They believe in an exclusive ministry, based off of the complexion of your skin and the size of your dick. Okay? And I believe I got everything, okay? I couldn't bring myself to hate them. You see I'm so calm, right? Why is that? By the way, I got pictures too, by the way, of them driving off. When they were sitting up there, I forgot about this shit. These motherfuckers, man, were actually, they was pretending. And he said that they actually spoke this. We're not going to let him through. You're not going to get through here. Okay? And then, and he spoke this out loud. And then what I said was, motherfucker, watch me. I said it to the city worker, man. I said, motherfucker, watch me, okay? And I said in a very soft tone. So you know what I did? I kept pushing. And I said, I'm going to push through that motherfucker, too. Had the big old truck on the sidewalk and shit. I said, watch me, bitch. And then, you know what he did? I sat up there. And I was getting ready to take pictures and shit. I said, hold on. Let me take these pictures and shit, right? This motherfucker, this is what he did. He got his ass down, pretending like he was going up to the electrical pole, working. He came down, sat up there looking dumb as hell, pondered on what to do. I was getting my phone ready, okay? Alright. There were certain things I was writing down, and I didn't think I really needed to take a picture. So I said, well, I wasn't really, I was writing down certain things that I thought about, some ideas. And sure enough, this is actually what happened. The Lord instructed me to take pictures. Not only did he lie, he actually began to get out the way. I mean, this was like a golden moment opportunity. Say he was going to move and shit, And I try to avoid conflict, so I said, I'm going to go right through him. So the truck is right there. When I mean by go right through him, shit, motherfucker, all I got to do is go around your ass. I mean, he right there, though. I mean, he said he was going to let me through, and he didn't like that too much. Okay? Now, I was going to say something to him, too. All right? When I got close, he didn't like that. I was moving, too. I wasn't going to let anything stop me from getting to this library. So, and I'm calm, right? Okay, I don't like to yell, because when I start yelling and shit, and when I get angry, I want to hit things. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to yell at you. Let me calm down. That's a waste of energy. Okay, we might as well bang it out. Okay? All right? So I start yelling and shit. Okay? Now, when I'm asserting myself, when I'm talking about aggression, pure aggression, in the sense that, hey, look, this person's about to put their hands on me. Stay quiet, stay focused, exert that energy into their ass, okay? It's a waste of time. You doing all that talking and shit, you could be easily knocked out. All that yelling, okay? Self-defense, okay? All right? It's the reason why I don't have any white friends. So he sat up here, and he particularly said this. He got in his car. He got in the truck. I took a picture of the truck, too. This is what this motherfucker did. And he drove off the grass. And he said this. Now he knows I was lying about working. I was only pretending because I thought he wouldn't come through. Then I took my government phone And then he said, oh no, before he takes any pictures, he said to the workers, he said, I'm going to drive away. I got pictures of this motherfucker driving away. I just took the pictures. I said, I don't got time to make videos. I got to be at the fucking library. So I'm not a petty motherfucker. I mean, that was a golden moment, though. I should have made a video, but I said, fuck, I don't got time for this shit. Shalom, sir. Shalom. I didn't know all that shit was going to happen. So that's why I didn't make a video. Because my mission was to get to the fucking library. I just want to sit down, relax. This is the only place I can sit down and relax. Damn it. Shit. So I didn't know all that shit was gonna happen. So shit, I was calm as hell though. I said, shit, motherfucker, I just took pictures, got the pictures and everything. Took a picture. What you don't understand is didn't really need to make a video. I have the pictures, excuse me, brother. I have the pictures of the time when they were working. Everything they're doing, him pulling off, and then the amount of information that I have. Particularly on the city and them harassing me and causing issues, they won't believe anything I say. I'm credible. Like credible janitorial. Okay, shout out to my father. I sat up there, this motherfucker sitting up there. It was so fucking funny, man. And he actually drove off. He had to go around, right? And this shit is fucking stupid. So he had to go off he had to actually get in the car. So he got out the lift. I call it a lift, the electrical lift, right? Okay, of the truck. And it was so fucking fun. Let me put my phone back in here before I drop the shit. I don't have a case for this shit. It'd be done if I did. So, and it's funny because he had, and also this happened again too. So I have pictures of it, and then I made a recording, and I just tied the recording to the pictures, and then that's the case. Okay. Particularly, it was funny because this dude was driving. He drove off into the street, then drove right back into the same fucking spot, which I took pictures on the grass. Sat there for a minute, waited for the cars to pass, and then drove back into the street. Then I got a picture of him driving right past me, taking pictures, just taking them. My government phone's kind of slow. If I had my other phone, my father's phone, I just would have took pictures. It would have been like a fucking movie. But I said, fuck it. I just pulled my government phone. I'm tired as hell, man. I've been up for so long. Okay, but I'm still quick enough to think, to use my wit. Remember the wit? Father told me use the wit. The blood. Oh, excuse me, the wit. Use your wit. The battle that I'm in. And the blood. Literally bleeding. Also the blood of Jesus Christ, okay? You gonna go through some shit, but you know, it is what it is. You gotta stand. That's what the Lord told me, heard his voice. Ever since then, case been just building. I took his advice, and I said, you know what? Okay. I don't think I'm very smart, but I said, okay. So I observant. And he told me you have adaptability, adaptation. Use your ability of adaptation. I said, oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I seem to find myself in situations, and I have this gift to be able to adapt and to adjust to the constraints and expand those constraints and make it work for me. It is what it is. The Lord has blessed me with that gift. And I think until I figure out a situation. And when they say no, I say yes. And I keep pushing and keep pushing and keep keep fighting until I win. Okay. Till I get that title. Okay. Alright. In this case, it's the lawsuit. So you have to understand, man. You know, I don't like to be cursing and shit all the fucking time and shit. It is what it is. Alright, shout out to my family. I'm not trying to make these videos too long. Remember, I'm posting soon. Watch the one on Facebook, because if the videos are longer than 35:47, okay? I mean, particularly, watch the video on YouTube to watch the full video, because if you watch it on Facebook, 35:47, particularly 35:47 always cuts off. So I figured it out. 35:47. Okay. Yeah. Figured out the algorithm. So every video, if it's past this point, Facebook is just an emergency call to posting it real fast. It takes time to download the YouTube. Once I download the YouTube, it doesn't take too long. And then I post it. I'll double post it. So I won't post any other videos until I double post it. But nothing personal to this business. Standing 10 toes down on business. Standing on the rock of the cornerstone that the biggest ever refused. That of my father's business. That of which, of course, I will never divorce. I have to get in here. I have to see these lovely librarians and deal with them. Okay, I have nothing against them. And you see my calm tone. This is the same way I talk to the librarians, but quieter and very direct and assertive, but very soft-spoken and kind. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And not, let me say this, when I'm speaking to them about problems, okay, I'm not pointing my fingers at them. That's why I say I do not address the librarians. I don't want to seem confrontational. They're women, and they're very sensitive women, and they're white women. And I am a black, so-called quote-unquote man, which is the byword for me. I'm a native Hebrew Spartan Norseman. So when I speak to them, I have to be very careful because they say my voice is very ethnically threatening. So when I speak to them, I have to speak to them in a manner that's not so direct, that's not so harsh, and a bit gentle. Okay, I don't have the complexion for the connection. They kicked me out from the library for this reason, and they also called me a bigot because of the way I was speaking, and they didn't like the videos I was making. Now, according to the videos that I've made in that library, I was not belligerent, I was assertive, and I was direct, very clear. And even they say this, I was not very direct because I did not go in their face and say, hey bitch, I'm just trying to function. I'm just trying to function. Okay? Hey bitch, try this. You know, I'm just trying to function. I did none of that shit, ghetto shit. Walking up to them, grabbing my dick and shit. My capris, I'm wearing girl pants right now. Because a friend, she kicked me out the library. Okay? Once she kicked me out the library, I shitted on myself, lost my jeans. Actually, it was Holly first. Okay? Then I couldn't go to Burger King, and I couldn't go to McDonald's, so I shitted on myself. Then I had to get a bucket. Shit's real, man. Then I had to throw my fucking clothes away. Okay? So I only had one pair of clothes, but I cleaned myself very well. Shit happened, man. Burger King was right around the corner when I shit on myself. I said, damn, I can't even make it because they, kicked me out. So what I'm supposed to do? I couldn't put on my pants. You had fishermen everywhere and shit. I said, oh, fuck, man. Damn it. And I was sitting up there. I said, never shit on myself before. Then it happened a few times because, I get kicked out of establishments. Same establishments when I try to put in applications, they say, and I can laugh about this shit. I say, fuck it. It is what it is. It happens. It was not my fault. Okay. So the thing is, man, a lot of these establishments, I have times for every establishment that has did this to me in some way, form, or manner. And that's what you call building a case. That's what you call a lawsuit. Times, dates, and times, okay, of everything I did in these places. Yeah. Yep. Every day I time everything every day. Every day. Okay. So even if I don't have my phones or they're dead, I write it down in journals and I just go back in time to the date and write down the date and time of that on the journal, or other phones, and my phone's dying, I put it in the other phone, and then I just go back to the date and time. I time travel. I call it time traveling, and then I just put in the times. It's real simple. It's real simple. So I'm always dating, putting down the times and shit like that. I'm very meticulous about time. I love horology. I believe that's the study of time. I mean, I'm so busy right now. I do it all day, and I can't remember what it is. I mean, it's called horology, I believe. And I study times, dates, calendars. I create all that shit. Yeah, I create that shit, particularly. So I just want to say, shout out to the Most High, y'all. I got nothing against you. So particularly, I have to make a video about my calendar, what I created, and I'll make a video. I'll talk about that shit. I'll send it to the librarians, because they are a part of this case now, and the violation of my civil liberties and things of that nature. Say, hey, look, I had to create this because of the constant harassment, me getting kicked out the library. So much stuff has happened to me. Particularly, it was in the works. I didn't think I was going to need it, but I said, no, I'm going to need this. So I started working on it for a very long time. I went back to it, said, you're going to need this. After when I created my time zone, I said, yeah, you need your own calendar because I cannot keep up with everything. So I've only been able to keep up with everything because I created a 36-hour time zone. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much me at this point in time. So it is what it is, man. You know, they talk about me all the time. They say I don't sound too educated, you know. Like Fran, she said, but I'll take that dick though. Start a Dark Dick Dynasty. She started the whole terminology called Dark Dick Dynasty, and I said, okay, Fran, I'm not just put on this earth to be sexually exploited in any way, or am I put on this earth to be sexually exploited in any way, shape, or form at all? So, I just because, okay, you believe in scientific racism, okay, particularly the Liberians, it does not mean that in my shoes that if I adopt sexist views and say, woman, shut up. All you're good for, okay, is being my whore, okay? And they would like that shit. But you know, at the end of the day, but see, the thing is, if I was walking in there with that kind of attitude and say, well, he's being sexist and stuff and all kinds of stuff, but they'll like that dude. They would. They like that shit. But like I say, but I'm not like that. I'm not sexist. I'm not a misogynist, okay? Misandry is hatred for a man. Misandry. That's what they have, particularly when it comes to us. A lot of people hate us, so-called quote-unquote black men, or I would say of the Hebraic diaspora, Hebrews, okay? Hebrews of the Hebrews, okay? Particularly knowing my lineage, okay? All right? You gotta forgive people. They kept trying to make me white. I said, no, I'm not white. Kept trying to give me the disrespect my father, my papa, my mothers, my brothers, and my sisters to disown them. They always put their names in their mouth, and it pisses me the fuck off. That's why I'm going off. I'm not even going off. I'm just tired of them disrespecting my family, man. So I'm out here fighting for my family and standing for them. They always say, oh, your father this, your father that. I said, bitch, you don't know my father, man. I know my father. I'll be taking care of him for the rest of his life as long as I have the financial backing to in supporting his business. As long as he's able to stand to work his business, he would live a very comfortable, he would have a very comfortable retirement, particularly as well as certain members of my family. When it comes to the elderly, I will be assisting and taking care of. Okay, all right, and that's why I work so hard. Okay, I'm always fucking working. I have goals. I have dreams. It's just my mind, man. Well, I'm in PTSD. I've been through a lot of shit. I'm going, and I'm going. Because I'm not just working for myself, I'm working for my family. I'm not a selfish motherfucker. Now, could I do more if I was just thinking about myself? I probably wouldn't do as much. Okay, now I would work, yes, but I'm not just working for myself, okay? So I have to be careful. So when these motherfuckers fuck with me, okay, I have to think about the consequences and how I'm making my family name look when it comes to my father's fathers and my father's fathers and my forefathers of faith. Our culture, our forefathers of faith when it comes to the Hebrew nation. Okay, when it comes to my mother's mothers, my mother's mothers, and my mothers of faith. Okay, when it comes to the mothers of faith. Okay, so I'm just saying, my sisters and my sisters' sisters, brothers and brothers, aunts and aunts, nieces and nieces, uncles and uncles, and so forth, and the other, cousins and cousins, and so forth, and the other. Okay? So I try my best, man. Like, if I curse from my parents, my mother and father and them, you know, which they help me control my cursing, because being around them, you don't want to offend them. You want their approval, you know what I'm saying? Not to the point where you know, it's crazy. You know, they're just, you know, if they have something going on with their heads or spiritually, and they're putting you in a situation where, you know, you have to back up and be like, whoa, you don't want to disrespect them, but you have to distance yourself. That's a different story for another day. But the word says, be careful not to curse your parents. Now, certain circumstances are different. The word also says, do not provoke your children to wrath. So if you're doing things to provoke them to be against you, that's a totally different story, okay? Some people never come back, you know. You turn against people's kids. That's why I never want to do that to my children, put them in a situation where I absolutely have to turn against them, because I've done things, okay? Never in my fucking life. We all make mistakes. I just have a very loving, forgiving heart, most particularly when it comes to my family. Okay. All right. So forgive me, guys. I'm going to keep moving. I posted in the video. The videos are a bit longer, so these videos can only go 35 minutes by 47 seconds before they cut off. I should have said that at the beginning, but just in case if I go over, I'll just post in the post. Okay, so shout out to the Most High. Now, mind you, all this is happening to me because of Facebook calling me a bigot and saying hate speech. And look, I got nothing against Facebook. You know what? I would like to meet Mark Zuckerberg and ask him questions. I say, hey, man, how'd you build your business, man? I admire that man in his business acronym. I admire any businessman. I'm like a fucking sponge. I said, fuck yeah, man. Okay? Let me tell you something. I don't hate Facebook, okay? Facebook has been a lifesaver. I tell you what, though. The individuals that did that to me, I don't like too much. I don't hate them. I hate what they did, though. Where's it not to hate? Hate the sin, not the man. Hate the sin, not the woman. Okay? That's why I can stay so calm and say, I forgive you, bitch. Motherfucker. We ain't gonna take your little dick out on me. Or your dirty click out on me. Just because you choose not to use a douche. Or just because Caucasian men, not all, just because you choose not to use a penis pump. And I said to them, I said, well, look, I'm trying to make peace with you. I said, if I bought a bunch of penis pumps, and I actually said this shit, put my salvation on it. I said it a few times. I said, hey, look, guys, I'm not your enemy. I'm not trying to sleep with your woman. I'm not even trying to see a woman. And I thought they would be like my best buds because I said, you know, I'm no threat. But they still see me as a threat. Okay? And so, and they said, well, and then they got real quiet, and they immediately said, I said, boy, if I had these penis pumps, would you buy them, though? Better yet, I gave them out for free. On a truck. And they said they would. The mother said even they would pick up those penis pumps. All right? Fathers, come pick up the penis pumps for their son. Because they don't want them to continue the little dick lineage. They actually have a lineage called little dick lineage. Like, I didn't know having a little dick was such a problem. And see, I'm good. Like, what I'm saying is, I don't walk around here. Look, I got food insecurity. I got shelter insecurity. Mental health insecurity or health insecurity. That I'm Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I try to keep that shit simple. And then you have a network or an umbrella of these three things that relate, and my issues relate to all these problems. Okay? So it keeps it simple, okay? Because of people like this, okay? I don't project these issues on other people. I'm not passive aggressive. When you test me, motherfucker, okay, I'm gonna pass that fucking test, okay? I'll make sure I do. I'm shit, academic man in this motherfucker. Studious motherfucker in this motherfucker. Okay, I'll pass that test. I don't care how long it take, even to kill me. It's kind of motherfucker I am. I'm just built different. Okay? I'm built different in this motherfucker. And I'm gonna pass that fucking test. Even if I'm not the best. In a bedroom, no less. Okay? They keep saying that shit. They want me to be, because look, I'm a eunuch, so I'm not gonna be that in the bedroom. But they say, they kept saying this. They want me to be the best. They think I'm depressed, and they want me to be the best in the bedroom, no less. Or want me depressed and want me to be the best in the bedroom, no less. Okay? But I choose not to be their guest. Their guest. Excuse me. Okay? But all praise to the Most High God. Nothing personal, just business. Standing 10 toes down on business. Standing on the rock of the cornerstone that the biggest have refused. That of my Father's business. That of which, of course, I will never divorce. By the way, I forgot to tell you, this is a victory marker right here. This marker actually I got from those young men. They left it down there. I didn't steal it. They left it. It is what it is. I was scouting down there, and I find things. I didn't take the bucket. I didn't take the bucket. Put the video up. Didn't take the bucket. If you watch the full video, okay, it ended at 35:47. I appreciate if you watch the video, okay. But like I say, so it is what it is. So I call it victory marker, my victory marker, okay, because I won a battle that day, but I didn't quite win the war yet. So, like I say, I stand 10 toes down, man, on business, okay? Gotta stand 10 toes down on business, okay? Alright? But this is Eason Delody Jew, wild man and born of a harlot true. And I approve this message brought to you. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Mazel.